Okay, so we're back in the Chofetz Chaim lesson a day. This is day 59. So it says, from his work, Sefer Chofetz Chaim, this lesson is called Character Deficiencies. Helping one's fellow to improve his character also falls within the realm of to'elet, constructive purpose. So if an acquaintance requires character refinement, then the mitzvah to reprove one's fellow Jew requires one to bring the matter to that person's attention with care and sensitivity. However, if one feels incapable of offering reproof and knows that others are also aware of this person's character deficiencies, he is permitted to discuss the matter with them and seek their advice or involvement, if necessary. So, like getting somebody else involved, if you know that you're not capable of this. So, though we have seen that it is lowly and forbidden to speak negatively of someone, even with those who are already aware of the information, constructive speech is not at all lowly. Should one find it necessary to consult with someone who is unaware of this person's deficiencies for guidance and how to approach the person, he may do so. For this too constitutes constructive speech. However, if it is possible to discuss the issue without mentioning names, then this course must be followed. Okay, we have already seen in day 53 that if one seeks the active involvement of someone who is unaware of the situation, that individual would have to investigate the matter personally and verify the facts before taking definitive action. So if you don't take the safeguards to limit the information so that it's identifiable about the people, it's like the idea of it's gossip and that other person is now brought into this, and it becomes they have to have the safeguards of not believing that this situation is true, and giving them the benefit of the doubt. And of course, this is what we have to do anyways, give people the benefit of the doubt. That's very important in Judaism. Okay, so it says in the margin, a gossiper has no credibility and his words cannot be accepted as truth. Okay, so from his work, Sefer Shmirat HaLashon, this lesson is called No Credibility. When one is told Lashon Hara, gossip, that attempts to follow the Torah's command to reject it as false, the evil inclination often counters with the following argument. How can you not accept this report as fact? Dare you accuse the speaker of lying or transgressing the prohibition? Distance yourself from falsehood, from Sheker, Shemot 23, verse 7. Okay, so basically with this, the evil inclination is telling you, if you reject the information they're telling you is false, because that's what a hearsay person is supposed to do, then the evil inclination is saying, but wait a second, you can't accept this. How can you accept this report as fact? Dare you accuse that means that the person who's speaking here is a liar. So you're accusing them to be a liar, the person who's talking to you, if you disregard the information and consider it as false. So in a verse, the evil inclination is bringing up a verse from the Torah, distance yourself from falsehood. Okay, so the response to the evil inclination is as follows. If you were to see a Jew who is knowledgeable in the laws of Jewish observance, flagrantly violating Torah law, would you then accept as fact whatever information he has to offer about others? Certainly not. Surely one cannot trust the word of one who openly flouts Hashem's will. A Jew who speaks ill of his fellow has transgressed, quote, you shall not be a gossip monger among your people. Vayikra, that's Leviticus 19:16. A most severe prohibition. As the halacha makes clear, this prohibition is violated even when the report is true. Thus, the speaker is guilty of severe transgression and as such has no credibility. And yes. So, and I want to point out, Vayikra 19, I think it's verse 18, right after that, you shall not be a gossip monger among your people. Do not take revenge. So, we are prohibited from taking revenge. We have to remember that. And I've said this before. Revenge in Judaism is as little as if you let somebody borrow your highlighter and they bring it back and it's all dried out. And the next day they ask you for your stapler and you say, no, I'm not going to. You say, no, I'm not going to. Whether you say that it's because the highlighter was dried out the other day that you returned or not. Just if you say, no, I'm not going to, let you borrow my stapler because of what happened with the highlighter. Something as little as that is revenge in Judaism. So, Rosh Hashanah is coming up. May you be sealed for a good year.